SEO versus AIO versus GEO versus AEO. What does this all mean? Well, honestly, I think it's all BS, but a lot of you guys like search for this stuff because I look at the search volume, and so I want to talk about it. I want to go over what these all are, what they all mean. Again, I think these are all dumb because at the end of the day, right, it's all about SEO. It's just SEO. It's optimizing for a search engine, right? So Google's a search engine, Bing's a search engine, TikTok, Amazon, eBay, all these are search engines, right? GPT is also a search engine, but the way in which you interact with it is different. But it's always a search engine, okay? You're searching for stuff on there, you're asking stuff, okay? And EO is engine optimization. So these are all BS. Regardless, I'll go over what they mean, okay? So first things first, SEO. What is SEO? You know this, right? It's the easiest one. SEO stands for search engine optimization, okay? It's a classic method of ranking on Google. Pretty straightforward, okay? And the core question is, will this help me rank higher on search, okay? Right? Key elements you use, well, relevant keywords, you build backlinks, which we talk about extensively on this channel. You can go watch this video right here to learn how to build backlinks for free. By the way, go watch. It's like 1 hour long, super valuable. On-page SEO and then technical SEO. Because again, you know, SEO has 3 core pillars: on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO, which again, we've talked about extensively on this channel. And at the end of this video, I'll link like a 2-hour course that talks about all this stuff, okay, for free. An example, right? A local gym ranks on the first page of Google for personal trainer in Lisbon by optimizing their service pages and getting mentioned in local directories, so backlinks right here, and fitness blogs. Pretty straightforward. Now, we all know this, right? SEO, classic. Now, what is AIO? Well, it stands for AI optimization, and it's about making your brand, keyword brand right here, visible and understandable to LLMs, large language models. So what ChatGPT runs on, what Perplexity runs on, what Grok, which is Twitter's LLM, runs on, okay? And you got to ask it, right? Will this help the model learn about me, right? Is the content you're producing, are your efforts in AIO going towards helping the model understand more about yourself or about your brand? And what does this involve? Well, it involves getting included in AI training data, okay? And this is just a buzzword for having the LLM crawl your site, okay? That's what this means, right? Using structured data and machine-readable formats. Now this, again, schema markup, which I've made videos on. You can go watch, I'll link it down below. AIO or SEO are basically the same thing. Because if you rank organically on Google, well, you're going to rank also on GPT. You're going to be recommended and cited on ChatGPT. Don't forget that Microsoft owns OpenAI. And Microsoft owns Bing as well. And there's a high correlation between the number of mentions you have on ChatGPT and how high you rank on Bing, which then again, there's a high correlation between Bing rankings and Google rankings. And how do you rank on Google and Bing? Well, it's through the classic SEO, which is through on-page, backlink building, all this stuff. So this is all intertwined, okay? Classic, of course, keep data structural and factual, all for Google as well. And being present on trusted sources, LLMs reference Wikidata. LLMs don't just reference these, right? Everything references these, okay? So don't rely too much on this. All this stuff could be right here, okay? An example, an open source climate data project gets cited by AI tools because it's well documented on GitHub, listed in scientific databases, and referenced on Wikipedia. Now, we could add stuff like has a website that has proper information, has social media that's like properly posted on. So again, these are the same thing, right? Just a weird name for it. I don't know why, because people like to come up with names. GEO, another one. GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization and focuses on getting your content cited or surfaced by AI tools during real-time queries. Like when you're going back and forth with AI, right? The likelihood of you being mentioned there, okay? And will this help the model recommend or mention me, right? It's different because here is, will this help the model understand what I do, right? Learn about myself. And here is, because it understands about me, actually mention me based on whatever it is that people are talking about, okay? So best practices, again, write clear stuff and factual stuff, use structure, headings, lists. And this is basically just a way, a schema as well, to make sure that the AI understands what you do, understands what you're talking about. These are all intertwined because, again, as I said, this is dumb. Okay, so I don't even know if I'm going to upload this because this is a dumb video to make, but because I see so many people searching for these terms, I felt like I had to make a video on it. But all this is dumb. But we'll keep going. As an example, a skincare brand's blog is cited by Perplexity, which is another LLM, when asked about the best moisturizers for dry skin. And thanks to product comparison tables, right, and clear formatting, they show up. So, for example, I'll show you an example here. For our SaaS, we own a SaaS, Arvo, like helps you do SEO. There's a bunch of like features. It writes content for you, it optimizes the content for you. It has this AI agent that jumps onto your site and fixes all the technical SEO. Autoblog builds backlinks, syndicates social media, which is very cool. Excuse me. And one of the ways we promote Arvo is building these comparison pages, right? Competitor versus Arvo, right? In-depth comparison with tables, right? Proper info, videos comparing both tools. And here's another example for this software called Thinkific, which is where you can like host online courses, right? Proper in-depth comparison for both tools, like what they do, what they don't do, pricing, etc. Right? The reason why, if you type Thinkific competitors or Thinkific alternatives or whatever competitor pricing on GPT, reason why most likely Thinkific is going to be mentioned is because they have all this great info, in-depth info on their site about it. So when you look at these terms like GEO, right, the likelihood they mention is tied up with how well you document the information on your site. So if you want to show up on AI engines or LLMs when someone searches for your name alternative or competitor name pricing, well, produce content for that, right? Do content marketing for that, because all these AI agents do is they go to your site, they crawl your site, they crawl Reddit, they crawl all these places, social media, and find information. Then they just put the information in an easier to read way. Google is a pain. You got to click the blue links. GPT just clicks them for you and aggregates all the info into one thing and shows you there, right? Which is what the Google AI overview sort of do. And now the Google AI mode, which I made a video on right here, and also about the future of SEO, does as well. Google AI mode isn't Google's AI overviews. It's a different thing. It's basically Google's own ChatGPT. But this is all they do. Right? They just make it easier on you as a user. You don't have to click the blue links. They read the blue links for you and put all the info into one thing you can just read. But for you to show up in that one thing, well, you gotta produce content for the blue links. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. And by the way, if you want to learn how to rank, I'll leave a bunch of valuable videos down below. I made a video on how to rank on Grok, which is Twitter's LLM. You can go watch that. It's most of the strategy is basically just syndicating the content you post on your site, the blog posts, the pages, to tweets. And then because Grok is biased, right? Grok takes info from all around the web, but takes more info from tweets. Because again, Twitter owns Grok. Grok is trained off of tweet data. If you put out a lot of tweets with a lot of information, right, you're more likely to be picked up by Grok. It's super interesting. Just like GPT is biased for Bing and all these other ones are biased for their own creator, I guess, Grok is too. So I'll leave links for all this stuff down below. It's super interesting to look at. And then finally, AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, is about crafting content that appears in AI-powered summaries and featured answers. Okay, like the Google AI mode, or excuse me, Google AI little box, not the AI mode, but the AI overview. Okay, and ask yourself, will this answer get highlighted? Okay, stuff like how tall is the Eiffel Tower, or can dogs eat strawberries? Right, all this stuff appears in the Google's AI thingy, not the AI mode, which is different, by the way. The AI overview. Just like that. And how do you show up there? Well, produce content for that. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. This has been out for a long time. How it works? Well, provide clear and common answers to common questions. Okay, common keyword here. Use FAQ or on how to data schema. Again, if you don't learn how to do schema, go watch this right here. It teaches you step by step how to do it. It's super valuable. Not a lot of people do schema or use schema or even know what it is. It's key. It's very, very important. Okay, I won't dive too deep into what it is right now, but I mean, I've made a lot of videos on it. But please go watch this. It's like the little stars that show up on you. I mean, I'll show you. Plumber Dallas. This is done with schema. Let me show you over here. This right here. This is done through schema. These little star ratings right here. This is done with schema. Okay, this is very valuable to have here. Or stuff like, I'll do this FAQ schema, right? This right here is done with schema. Okay, so if you have a page on your site that has FAQs, add a FAQ schema there. Schema is just a little piece of code. Add it there so when someone searches for a question, well, you show up here, and then you show up here as well. Okay, so for example, can dogs eat strawberries, right? The pages that show here, right, they have schema on their page. So if you want to show up here, it's with schema. Okay, so going back here, again, all this is, as you can understand by now, is all intertwined, and all this is all together, and all this is about the classic SEO. An example, a tax advisor's website appears in Google AI Overview. Again, not the AI mode, AI Overview, for how to file taxes as a freelancer in Portugal, because they provide concise step-by-step guides with schema on their site. That's basically it, okay? Hopefully this is valuable, guys. This is what all this stuff means. All in all, I don't think you need to worry about any of this stuff. It's all about SEO. Don't be confused with these terms. Don't be confused with all this stuff. It's all about search engine optimization, which all in all is about, okay, the customer is searching for something. can we provide him with content, whether that's a blog post, a comparison page, an alternative page, a service page, a feature page, a before and after page for a rhinoplasty, doesn't matter. Can we provide him with content that satisfies his search intent? If we can, if we're the best at it, we'll rank first on Google and we'll be recommended over and over again on ChatGPT and any other AI engine. And that's it. And again, you can go watch this right here if you want to learn a bit more about SEO in depth. Go watch it, and I'll leave links down below in the description for schema markup, how to do it, right, and how to rank on Grok and how to rank on LLM engines. So that's it. Give it a watch, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.